The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Yes, I do, because we are live.
Oh, we are live.
We
Hi.
are live. Maybe
How's
I
it
should
going,
stop
everybody?
playing Diablo.
Maybe, yeah.
Might be a good idea.
Not sponsored by
So
Blizzard.
hi all.
Fuck Blizzard.
In a second, you'll hear Sirenscape. I have to restart it because Scott surprised me, like he always do.
It's fun to do that.
I
though.
do.
Scotty,
Always.
I'm very happy with the fact that I've started this trend with you now.
It's just the best way to get things started.
It very quickly forces everyone to be ready to play.
Yeah, so hello, welcome. Everybody, you should be hearing Sirenscape any second now. They are awesome. They charge $22 every other month for a subscription to all of their fantasy, sci-fi, and board game sound sets. They are awesome. The one we're listening to right now is Nebula because it is undoubtedly my favorite and doesn't have any weird sound cues that throw people off track. But my actual favorite is still probably Dino Laser Jungle Dinosaur Laser Fight or something. It's wonderful. Just search for the word dinosaur, you'll find it. It's fabulous.
Oh, big cat. Big cat.
Big cat! Kitty! Yeah, so does anybody want to recap what the fuck was happening last time?
I vote Cat does it.
I don't like that.
Not it.
So,
I think Bex should. Bex is currently on her phone, so she just...
You're playing Diablo, Hera, so...
No, I'm not playing Diablo anymore.
So, last time we played, Gruk and Cyberus went and chatted with a corruption druid in the city and found themselves the new owners of a strange artifact or plant-like thing called a brain bud. Or sorry, a corruption bud. Which is implanted at the base of the spine and grants you a completely unique and usually very weird form of corruption. I believe Cyberus got the chemical factory one. And which one did Gruk get? Did he get the spider climb one?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I believe Demona was off studying, and Passion and Onyx decided to take a quick jaunt out of the city and over to Rosa Galaga, where they chatted with the proselytizer. Well, where Passion chatted with the proselytizer while Onyx hung out with a bunch of magnetodons in a field.
No, she didn't hang out with the magnetodons
the
later. She hung out with the magnetodons later. She was hanging out in the room with Salem.
That's right.
Trying to convince Salem that muscle Henshin are real.
Mm-hmm. In chatting with the proselytizer, Passion learned some more of her motivations and her plan, but assured her that no matter what, Passion and her crew would do everything they can to stop the tyrant and his nefarious plan. Before Passion returned to Onyx and let her know that you guys had nothing to fear from the proselytizer, but that she couldn't share anything that she had learned, really, for risk of reversing the spell that brought her back permanently.
Or so she says.
So, I think we left off with you guys in Rosa Galaga. What did you want to do?
Well, Passion had a busy week, busy day planned, so she's gonna probably want to travel. Because she wanted to go see David next. And Passion doesn't have time to take a vacation yet, so she'd probably just go down and say, all right, let's get going to meet David now. You're not coming in for this one either.
I'll stay near, though. last time he locked us in the basement, and just in case I want to bust you out.
Yes, but I also don't want you busting in there when I'm not before any trouble happens.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Passion would find the easiest way to get to, the quickest way to get to David, pretty much. Like the way that is probably.
Just don't follow him into the basement.
I mean, if we both go into the basement, it means he's gonna be stuck down there with me.
I feel he knows his own basement better than we do.
Probably, I'd hope so. It'd be really sad if he didn't.
Okay. So, let's see. The cheapest way of transport would probably be by.
Oh no, fast. She wants a faster trip.
Oh, fastest. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll say that you asking around. Go ahead and give me a investigation check to see if you can come up with places that might have teleportation circles.
11.
Okay. After asking around for quite a bit, the one place that you learn that does have teleportation circles is a place called the Transport Hub that's actually in on the border of Neo-Radami, that charges about 300 gold per person.
All right.
But it is usually pretty packed and busy as shit. But you can do that if you would like.
Probably is the fastest way to get there.
You'd still have to probably get rent a vehicle or some kind of bus out there, but you could easily enough do that.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. So I'll say, given a couple of hours to find exactly what teleportation circle you're going to and, make your way to a corresponding one, you arrive in Neo-Radami, and find yourself some suitable transport out into the outskirts of the city.
So 300 gold per person, you said?
Yep.
All right, remove 300 gold.
And I'll say for
If once she gets to Radami, she's probably going to contact Henshin HQ and ask if they can get her a ride there. With her and Onyx a ride there. Hey, if you got the resources, use it.
Onyx would message
Lily?
Lily, and tell her that they're going to near
Radami.
Now to meet another dangerous individual.
you just
Because
get
that's what we're doing.
the response you get back is just the facepalm emoji. And then a few seconds later, you have the dots for several seconds, and then just the words "be safe."
Oh.
Onyx just taps back. Wasn't my idea, and I'm here to. I'm just here as backup.
So I'll say, time in a globe is so fucking wonky, y'all. Oh, actually, Rosa Gallica and Neo-Radami aren't that far away from each other.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're pretty close to each other in terms of time.
Yeah, they touch each other. Wow, you can't see shit all.
Granted, the time up we've conversed on how weird time is. With...
Anyway, this shape, yes, I'm aware. So you guys, I'll say probably based on when you left, it's probably getting towards evening when you arrived, just because the transport time took a while waiting in line and everything, and then dealing with the red tape at Henshin HQ. I'll say that the Henshin that is driving you out is a Sty Saren in like jeans and a biker jacket, and they drive like a really torn up dirty Jeep. That, like, looking at it, it almost looks like it would fall apart, but then you start hitting the, like, really big potholes on the edge of the city where things start to go from incredibly dense and urban to suddenly very much not so. It handles the stuff pretty well.
It's a Jeep. That thing could go over a mountain and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
So you mean it's the kind of car that Onyx could drive, and it would arrive at the location in one piece?
Most likely,
Onyx,
yeah.
Jeeps are the Nokia phones of cars. I'm dead serious. It is damn near impossible to kill a Jeep. At least the old ones. New ones probably a bit easier.
But you guys arrive at the outskirts of David, or Marco, or the Predator, however you'd like to refer to him.
Whatever Onyx is feeling at the
the
time.
outskirts of his ranch around the time where evening is falling.
All right.
And let me pull up the notes.
Did David ever leave his number to us?
I
don't think he did.
I thought he messaged us at one point.
I thought he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he messaged us.
Okay, I'll say that he did then.
Okay, so
mean, we can also just throw rocks at his window.
No. Let's not and say we did.
By rocks, do you mean throw Onyx at his windows?
That's what Onyx wants.
That's what Onyx wants. That's not what Onyx is gonna get.
Goddamn Mark.
Goddamn
Okay.
Mark.
So,
Can Onyx rage hard enough that you just throw yourself?
That's what Mage Hand is for.
I mean, she's short, but not that short.
She might be.
so a reminder of what this place looks like. The area all around here is entirely hills, rolling hills for as far as the eye can see. You can just barely see the city in the city of Aros in the distance. And this massive ranch is settled atop a tall hill, surrounded by a white picket fence. The main gate bears a massive dragon skull. And through the sides, you can see a vast open yard. It's not as filled with dogs, just probably because it's getting toward evening, so they're probably heading in and/or getting food. But there are still a handful that are running around.
All right.
And then the call box there that says press button and wait for diesel. So enter at your own risk. You get one warning shot.
Passion will press the call button.
Nothing happens for a few seconds.
She
Wait,
knows
I have
how
a
this
question.
works.
Where did you dump Onyx somewhere? Because otherwise she's still standing there.
She probably dumped Onyx with the Henshin.
Oh,
Just-
that's
just
gonna
give-
go great.
Just give me a few
Oh,
moments.
like in the car?
Yes.
Okay.
That would have been fucking hilarious if Passion was like, hey, Onyx, just stay right here.
I thought you were
I'll
talking
be
about
right
leaving her
back."
in
Just
Henshin
stay
command.
right here at Henshin command, Onyx.
Yeah, that would go great.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Passion should do that at some point. See how long it takes Onyx to realize that Passion ditched. That would be funny.
No, Onyx is not like Onyx is smart, okay?
A few seconds later, maybe about like 20-30 seconds later, the front door actually kind of slams open, and coming bounding out of that door is the familiar golden lab. that Gruk actually regenerated leg for, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Who immediately runs up to the fence as fast as he can and puts up his paws on there, and you see the walkie-talkie there.
All right. And Passion will walk up, give him some pets.
He's very happy and tries to lick your hand a lot.
She'll allow it. And then, I mean, didn't he talk first on the walkie-talkie, or did we talk first on the walkie-talkie?
He did.
Okay, so she's gonna wait.
You hear, state your name and business. But it's a different voice. It's not the voice you remember.
She'll just say, Passion, here to meet with, which one did he introduce himself as to us?
He introduced himself to you guys as David.
Here to meet with David.
He's not here at the moment. I can take a message, perhaps? Over?
Passion kind of raised the eyebrow. Who is this?
This is ridiculous. Hang on. And you hear before the thing clicks off, hear rustling and movement. And as soon as that happens, the dog just immediately is looking at you and looking at the front door, and then bounds back over to the door as you see a much older man, probably in his 70s or so, frail, wearing a sweater vest and loafers, come plodding down the path towards the gate.
All right, Passion's just gonna wait there. Obviously, she can't do much. She's not gonna break in.
He's
are we parked in view of this place?
Do you want to be? I mean, it's rolling hills. It wouldn't be that hard to find you, even if you're not. Because he is on the top of a hill.
It's more like we can watch the building.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
Wow, thank you, Cap Callie, for the
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cap Callie.
I'll need her when I punch this old man.
200 bits.
Oh god.
Ooh.
And she also gave an advantage roll for Onyx. And now that I'm catching up on chat, there you go.
Yeah. If anyone couldn't tell, that was me. I do it every game I can. Every game I'm part of, I force Scotty to dab.
I will say, Onyx, that if you want to be that close, you can.
Yeah, Onyx would want to watch.
Okay.
Just poking over a hill.
I mean, I think he's on top of a hill, so you're not going to find many hills to hide behind.
The next hill over or something like that. Or, I mean, it's not going to be just perfect hills.
I just imagine you.
David seems like the type of.
She's just
David
sitting in
like
a ditch somewhere, and it's sitting in a ditch disguised herself as a rock, literally, and just with
a small boulder the size of a
binoculars.
large boulder.
Small. The size of a large.
It's the small boulder with the attitude of a large boulder.
Yeah, she's watching.
He approaches and says, sorry, David isn't in right now. I can take a message for him. You have a package, delivery, something?
I was here to talk with him.
Look like the usual delivery person? Okay, that makes sense.
Passion internally is I hope I don't look like the usual delivery person. That'd be really fucking weird.
So I could leave a message. I don't know when he's going to be back. Usually when he goes off on a mission, he could be gone for a couple of hours or
just tell him to contact Passion. He'll know. He knows who I am. He has my number. Well, thanks.
We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Do you guys want to come in and get a drink or something?
She'll look over to Onyx, just kind of wave them over. Sure. Hope you don't mind, I got a couple friends.
Onyx walks over and it's that's not Rufio.
No, my name is Harold Graves. I am the caretaker of, the entirety of the ranch when David is not around.
Including the wine cellar?
Including the wine cellar, yes.
And by wine cellar, I mean the facility with the who knows how many weird things.
Yeah. Also
Okay.
the actual wine cellar. And he like reaches into his pocket and grabs like a remote and presses a button and the gate opens up.
All right. Yeah. Passion will step in.
And as he heads back in, you guys, there is a kerfuffle as you hear a herd of dogs come running out of the house to come investigate, having now finished their dinner.
Oh.
He leads you into the house, and it looks pretty dang similar to how you guys saw it last. Everything is pretty much the same. It does look like all of the remnants of your meal, of course, is now gone.
I hope so. That'd be really weird if it was still there.
Yeah. He leads you into the dining room, and there's on the table was like set up a laptop. It looks like it's got some old reruns of like the equivalent of a Western in Retroverse.
A cyber Western.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, a restless Western. I love
Cowboy
it.
Bebop.
A Western.
I was about to say Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, pretty much it would be Cowboy Bebop.
No, it would be the show that they watch in Cowboy Bebop. It's like, howdy, folks, here's our latest bounties.
He's like, so soda, lemonade.
Soda be good for me.
Okay.
Maybe
I don't
some
know, but
good
If he
old,
left any beer.
maybe some good old
That's not a surprise.
sarsaparilla. Sorry.
He gets drinks and sits
Onyx,
you guys
like,
down.
just
He's like,
looking straight at him. Whiskey on the rocks.
I'm just picturing now. Passion at some point has definitely smashed a bottle of whiskey on Onyx and has made that exact joke, or somebody has made that joke. It's just bottled Onyx, and Onyx almost for a moment hesitated on punching him because it was too good of a joke, but then did anyways.
but it's such it's such a waste of booze.
That's why you get cheap whiskey to do that with,
It's still a waste. Anyway,
or you drink the whiskey and then
Whiskey tastes bad.
whiskey's amazing.
the only whiskey I've ever had was my granddad's whiskey that was probably older than I am. So it was pretty bad to begin with. I don't think it was stored properly.
Probably not.
So welcome to Retroverse, where we talk about drinks, how to make drinks, and
Yeah.
what proper ways to have drinks.
So it's a little awkward. He finally sits down after getting you your drinks, and he's like, "So, what brings you guys out here? How'd you meet David?"
We he paid us to we picked up a bounty from him.
Oh, okay.
The anarchist bounty, actually.
Oh, that was you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we
Nice.
got locked in his basement.
Yes.
And
That
I
was
freed a
also
child that he
Yes.
locked up down in there. I adopted her.
The bitey one.
Yes.
Yes.
I would be careful with that one. She's quite dangerous occasionally.
So what? I'm quite dangerous occasionally.
Onyx, chill out.
If I hand you a nuke, you're quite dangerous occasionally.
The difference is I'm not naturally the nuke.
So what? She doesn't deserve to be locked up in a basement. She's just a little girl.
I do what I can. This place was around a lot longer than I've been here. I do what I can to make sure they're happy and fed and safe.
Please tell me there aren't any more children down there.
No more children. Things that are young as children, but nothing like that.
Kat, I have a question. With a insight of dirty 20, is he lying to us?
He doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Even if he was lying, Passion's not going to say shit because she does not want to set Onyx off.
Onyx, we're making an orphanage walks down there.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen what's been going on with the data drop from Ranger Prime too.
Yeah, I heard some of that.
And Marco is involved with that.
Yeah.
Well, at least for
I've
one
known about
important
his
thing.
moniker for a while. Didn't know who he was running around with, but I don't know his entire life.
Fucking Jeffrey.
You just have a list of names that you're going down, Hera.
No, I'm making them up on the spot. I'm making them up on the spot. I don't have a list.
I would not be surprised if Onyx had a list and just is crossing them out every time she uses them.
Nope.
A
Onyx
mental
would not
list.
make it.
A
Nope.
mental list.
She would just go through the names she used maybe before and then like not use any of them, but there's a chance that she might reuse a name she used before that she could just kind of remember. She's you know, that would be too much effort for a shithole like Marcus.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to him about that, considering he helped our group, and our group has been very actively against what he's been doing.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask him for child support money. You know, Chewie is eating a lot.
Why don't you just give him 28,000 gold?
Yeah, but that was for something entirely different.
I'm just saying. I know that David has a great many things in the works. I'm not entirely privy to his plans, although I imagine it was definitely not a mistake that he showed you the facility below the building.
He mentioned something about a job at some point too.
Wait, do we know that he wants to die?
Yes. Well, no, sorry, you don't. I do.
Passion does.
Okay.
Yeah, Passion is the only one.
And I can't say that to you at all because that's part of the conversation.
He's like, I know that David is aware that I am getting on in my old age, and there's a chance that he may have been testing your ability to see how you would react to the PCC facility.
He did mention, like I said, he did mention something about a job for us at some point, so might be it.
Might be, yes.
You think he wants us to take care of this?
Perhaps, yes. I'm not 100% sure, but that would be my guess. Onyx debating freedom. Adopt all the monsters. Freedom. Adopt all the monsters.
It's more responsibility. Adopt all the monsters. Yeah, Passion just kind of like just sighs a bit. And yeah, I was hoping I could talk with him after this. So if you could let him know that I'd like to talk to him, and it doesn't have to be in person. If
it's Onyx says, you can also give him a message from me.
No, don't give him any.
I'm Onyx, by the way.
Mm.
And if he actually wants someone to take over this facility that he has down there, I'm up for it. But he should not expect me to run this as he did.
How would you run it differently?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not treat it like a fucking prison.
Passion will kind of look at like some of these things you need to though.
Maybe some of these.
Do you not remember that angel?
Sure, some of these things, maybe. But even like, you can't just lock everything up that you think is dangerous or like you don't like. Look at Chewie. She's thriving now. She was locked up in a fucking basement for who knows how long just because she's dangerous or whatever. Look at the fucking lords and ladies in Del Diablo. They're just as dangerous and they're not locked up. You know why? Because they're fucking powerful.
I think the other part is that...
They're in Del Diablo.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's where she is now. She's surrounded by corruption, and if anything goes wrong, there's like 6, 7... How many are there? 8? I can't remember. Anyway, there's a bunch of powerful people around that can stop whatever's happening. And there's a place for everyone, okay? Maybe it's not obvious at first, but I just don't think we should just lock everything up because we don't like it or whatever. Especially if they've not really done anything wrong.
I understand what you're saying. And in many cases, I agree with you. However, also be aware, if you do take on this job, David does not control the facility as much as you might think.
You could tell when we spent the night there. There are a bunch of roaming things there, too.
The maze remakes itself pretty frequently.
Well, somebody built it.
I don't think it was a someone. I think it was possibly more of
something.
A force of the universe.
And someone decided to lock things up down there for safekeeping or whatever.
Sorry, just watching.
Oh, he's so fighty. It's so cute.
Aww.
No. He's like, many of those creatures did deserve to be locked up, including Yersinia Black, which is very likely going to become a problem.
Yeah, probably.
But also, some of the things in there weren't put there by David. They came in accidentally,
like
or were placed there by other creatures.
Like that Clippy person?
The Clippy Herald?
The Clippy Herald. I think David put him in there after he did something.
Yeah, Chucky let something pretty terrible out.
See?
But
so did we.
You're also not expected to be paragons of a good aligned god. I don't believe any of you are divine.
No?
Yes.
Doesn't
Regardless,
mean you need to be perfect.
I have a patron, but
if you decide to take on this responsibility, know that there are things here are more complicated than simply it's a prison for scary things. I will let David know that you're looking for him.
That would be appreciated quite a bit. And make it very clear that it is just a talk.
I will make sure he knows. Would you guys like... I mean, I don't have much. I have a couple of, bags of pretzels. I haven't really made dinner yet.
Passion just kind of waves her hand. It's fine. We've imposed long enough on you here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the information and...
Also, if he does want to fight, he can have one.
I'll let him know for sure.
I'm assuming I don't even need a roll to know there's no way in hell he's gonna tell David that.
You'll know. I mean, you could try. Yeah, roll, see if you think he's gonna tell him or not.
19.
It sounds like he's probably gonna tell him. That was more the sound of, yeah, but I doubt you'll be able to actually take him.
Passion is going to also keep quiet about that because she knows it's only going to encourage Onyx's bad behavior. You know, it's like a dog. She needs to get a spray bottle. Every time Onyx does something dumb.
I really think that would help.
Yes. It would piss Onyx off eventually. Let's be honest here.
It would piss off.
Exactly.
Just like in the middle of like badass monologue threat and just in the side of the face, just water gun.
That would piss Onyx off super much. She would try to pretend it doesn't bother her, but eventually she's going to
that
crack.
water gun is going to break.
And here's the best part about it: Passion knows prestidigitation.
Eventually, if it keeps going, Passion's greatest threat won't be like some weird like whatever Shadow Council bullshit people. Just one angry rock.
Passion's not afraid of Onyx. Passion has a plan. Passion always has a plan. Passion will pull the Batman and just find a way to kill everyone in the group, and then accidentally leak it to all the enemies.
You know what? You know how there's like this thing of like Batman's like last plan is like your Batman punch everyone. That's Onyx's plan, but it's the plan A, B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Your Onyx punch everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Passion will kind of get up, give him a nod, take her leave because, you know, she figures like she's intruded on his privacy long enough. She's not here for him. She's here for David, Marco, Jeffrey.
You guys make your way out of the ranch and back to the vehicle of the guy waiting for, of the individual waiting for you, with the dogs kind of chasing at you and doing the thing where they like try and pounce on your heels to try and get you to play.
Oh. Passion is going to use minor illusion to kind of make things appear for them to chase.
That is goddamn adorable. And it never
one of
occurred
them
to
bring
me how much fun that would make if it were real and I could distract my dog
Another
with
good
it.
one too is prestidigitation for that.
Yeah.
It's
Does
a
it make
squirrel.
sense?
He can catch.
Yeah,
And I
not
don't have any
mass-
messy cleanup.
You're welcome for
Honestly thought you were gonna go minor illusion tennis ball.
I thought that too, and I was
That's-
like,
that's
that's
too
really
mean.
mean.
But no, like actually, granted, prestidigitation can also do that.
Does one of them bring like a ball or stick or something like that?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll say one of them has like a rope toy. One of the like tug ones. Onyx just accidentally yeets a dog across the lawn.
Baby Heater 9000.
No, she wouldn't do that. She's responsible with little things.
Just not herself.
No, if someone brought like something to like fetch, she would just like throw it as far away as she can.
Okay, yeah, they will absolutely do that. I'll say that one of them brings a frisbee and you chuck it and it just goes. And for like a half second, the like crowd of 6 dogs just stare at it. And then all take off like a shot and just a giant crowd tripping over each other and everything. Leaving you guys alone to head back to the vehicle.
Yeah, cat prestidigitation will also work with playing with the dog too, because you can make a non-magical trinket that lasts
It'll
till the end of the
disappear
turn.
soon. It'll disappear as soon
Oh,
as
listen
it leaves
till
your
it
hand.
I don't think it leaves your
turn,
hand.
though.
No, it only lasts till you're the end of your next turn. But if you only
Oh
throw
yeah,
it
but
a
if your
bit,
turn is 6 seconds, I mean,
That's
you
more
can't be
than it.
throwing it very far.
you throw it, and then the dog chases after it. They catch it, and then it disappears, so that they come back.
Yeah,
you throw
mine
another one.
mine doesn't do that. He chases after it, he catches it, he goes in circles 3 or 4 times, throws it in the air and catches it, and then comes back.
Then you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about him tossing it into the air. It just disappears after he tosses it. Problem solved.
I'm such an asshole. When it was snowing really bad, I kept throwing him snowballs, and I would throw it, he'd catch it, and be like, where'd it go?
That's amazing.
Anyway, so you guys make your way back to the vehicle, back to the Henshin there. They're sort of like, So that was kind of quick. You get everything you need?
The person we needed to talk to isn't around. So
Oh, that's a bummer.
yeah. But nothing bad happened, so that's a plus.
I mean, were you expecting something terrible?
Not terrible, but always be prepared for something bad to happen. So I've always gone about it.
That's why I'm here.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that sounds like it makes sense for your track record.
Hope for the
All
best, expect the worst. It's how it always works.
Just out of curiosity, do your Henshin have nukes?
I out of character. Not that we know of. In character, no. Out of character, yes, they have nukes.
I feel like that's outside my pay grade. I genuinely do not know. I feel like it's something that we probably would. Maybe not like a nuke, because there's like historically a lot of really terrible shit that falls out with that, but
Also, not to mention, we definitely have stronger weapons than that. Not to mention, we definitely have more powerful attack things than a nuke.
I mean, hell, like...
It would probably be... I don't know how well known for this Henshin, because I don't know what their ranking would be, but the one that Yost detonated is a mega grade magic nuke on the moon.
I will say this.
So they would know the history of how devastating it can be.
See, that's why I said out of character, probably not. In character, I know that there is a protocol that is, I think, is it not World Breaker or something like that? It's a massive thing that is just a big fuck-off explosion, if I remember right.
I do want to point out that something more devastating than a nuke is pretty hard to imagine when you know how fucking devastating nukes can be.
I mean, Hera, Exterminatus.
Which is something that is also done with nukes.
Yes, but more than just one, or a giga-sized nuke. I know this, Hera. I've watched a video on Exterminatus recently.
I'm actually looking at the thing to see if that's the thing that you would...
I don't think Passion's in that grade. And I don't think the other... I know for a fact Passion isn't in that grade, actually. Because we've talked about this, actually.
Yeah, he's like, I know that we have some big stuff like... I mean, I would imagine we have something big like that, but, like, honestly, I feel like...
Passion
until recently, Ranger Prime could probably have pulled off something... some pretty ungodly explosion, but...
If I'm remembering right, Kat, Passion probably would actually know about Yost setting off the one.
She would know that he blew up the facility on the moon. She might not know how.
Yeah. Passion would say something along the lines of, I know that Ranger Prime
did set off one on the moon.
I thought Yost cracked the moon, didn't he? And then it came back together over time.
Yeah.
His gravity, and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Passion probably would say that.
There was a hole in the moon, and I think Kat was like, no, there isn't. As in, they fixed it about 100-some years ago or something.
No, okay, so the way that I believe it was is when that happened, it did proper take out a chunk of the moon. That explosion that Yost did 1,000 years ago during the Laser Dragon War.
And left a mile radius black hole of anti-magic, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and over the next 1,000 years, because it's 1,000 years, the gravity of the moon itself pushed it back together to reform a spheroid surface. It's not perfectly round as it used to be.
But no one's going to notice that.
But it's still one piece again, because that's kind of what gravity does. There is, however, a crypto-shaped hole in the moon at the moment, probably.
Crop-shaped hole.
That is the best typo ever. And
I do love that in this system where we have a not round planet that is ginormous and we have a supermassive planet that is
non-spheroid.
That is a non-spheroid, but gravity works still normal for the moon.
I mean,
Science.
I'm not really sure why it is the shape it is.
Anyway.
The ranger looks over to you. He's like, so back to Henshin Command, or
your
teleportation place, maybe?
Whichever's closest. Whichever's
There might
also
be a...
passion also whichever one's easiest for you as well.
I mean, I'm kind of on leave before my next mission, so I would probably just be dicking around, driving around anyway.
Fair.
So
Yeah, so closest thing then.
yeah, I think there's a place in Argos that does teleportation. I know somebody there. Yeah.
Perfect. And to there.
All right.
We can also like get you dinner or whatever. You know, you've been driving us around the whole day.
Yeah, least we could do.
They're like, I would actually appreciate that. Yeah, I've gone through like, and he like looks at they like look in the back, and there's like a bag, like a all big, like book bag filled with bags of chips and like nachos and pretzels that are mostly empty.
Here's the question, Hera. Does Onyx think, holy shit, do all Henshin just eat like crap?
I mean, they're a big guy.
It's the joke of passion also eating like crap.
Sammy absolutely does not eat like crap, though.
But Onyx doesn't know that she doesn't. All Onyx knows is Sammy makes cookies and only cookies.
Onyx has slept in Sammy's apartment.
That's true.
Yeah.
She probably looked in the fridge, and it's probably well stocked.
Also,
no longer
I guarantee
after they were there,
Sammy cooked you something more than cookies, because Sammy would not be like, you haven't eaten anything in 3 days other than cookies. She would make you some real food.
Cookie.
So I'll say they drive you out to a restaurant in Argos. And on the way, they actually introduce themselves. I'm Beryl, by the way. Codename Indigo Spirit.
Hello, welcome to McFingy's.
No, they're going to an actual restaurant.
Yeah,
but
you say that like passion is going to go to a fast food restaurant.
Hello, welcome to the McFingy's. Do you have any reservation?
No,
there's only one restaurant.
Passion eats uncooked fucking ramen.
There's a difference.
She's too pretentious for fast food.
She has standards.
She has standards, but she eats uncooked ramen.
Yes, uncooked ramen's good. It's nice and crunchy.
And the thing is, no.
The thing that makes me angry is like real life Cat also agrees with you, but it's still stupid.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Passion has standards when she like pays someone else to make her food.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
That makes sense.
It's funny because the reason that is exactly how I am too. Like
There's
I'll
also
make
another
myself
thing.
nice food, but like
Onyx,
if I'm not feeling it, I will make shit food.
Onyx would not go to like some fast food chain. She absolutely does not. She would go to like if she wants like fast food or something, she would go to like a small street vendor.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not rubbing off on her.
I'm joking, Hera.
Or like now that she has the money, she would actually go to a nice fancy restaurant if they let her in. I mean, not that they could stop her, but
Meanwhile, what are the rest of you guys doing back in Del Diablo? I'll say I think this is like the day after the parade. I'll say it's the morning after Gruk and Cyberus awoke with your new corruption layers that do strange and exciting new things.
Gruk is working on his staff. He's got to recalibrate the staff for recalibrations.
Calibrating the engines.
Mm-hmm.
Was it ever calibrated?
No.
See, that's the thing.
Well, there's your
It's a
problem.
never-ending process.
That'll do it, yeah.
someone comes up to Gruk. Gruk turns around. Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations. Turns around again.
So Cyberus, I believe, is going shopping, right?
Yeah, I have a couple days of stuff to get done.
Okay. And then what did Demona want to do?
Firing range. I need those guild specified spells.
Okay. So, let's see. I didn't give you a price, did I?
I believe you did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, we ran through the costs because you asked how much I had left after creating the club and the front and the guild.
Baller. Okay. I don't actually see a number, but I'll find it in a bit. I'll say that you can probably spend a couple of days figuring that out. And then, was there anything else that you wanted to look up?
Just the information looking for that specific location on the grid.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that was delegated over to Cyberus with his golden key to the library or not. I believe he may have made mention of offering to either take a trip or share a day pass or something to get that information from the library.
I'll say that so the pass isn't exactly something that you can share like that, but it would mean that getting into the library is basic. So basically, you typically, whenever you give a piece of new written knowledge to Curious Sage, it buys you about a day's study in the library. With Cyberus's backing, that would get you about 3 days.
Well, at the same time, I believe it was mentioned that he would be willing to do said research because he has that unlimited access because of his favor.
Right. If
he
you
takes
wanted,
requests.
okay, you could definitely do that then.
Yay, delegation.
Mm-hmm. So, while you are working on your spells, which one did you want to focus on first?
Big one, first and foremost. Highest
Okay.
level spell. You know exactly which one I want.
Mm-hmm.
Fireball.
Oh no.
It's just the list is just Fireball 30 times.
It's not Fireball 30 times.
Fireball.
I mean,
Delayed blast Fireball.
30 meteors one times?
Plan B. No, these were thematically appropriate. She actually shared them in
I shared the names, not what they actually do.
Firestorm.
Daru.
Well,
But you could just ask Gruk, he can make that for you.
while I am looking up the price for these, because I don't think I ever actually gave you like a solid price for it, do you want to describe what your super powerful one looks like? As Demona is testing it out and practicing on it. It doesn't have to be what it looks like in its final form, just some of the fluff of the basics.
Well, I kind of gave it away being at a firing range, but the basic premise is being able to summon a very specific projectile from any particular angle, anywhere that you would be able to, say, deploy a unit, if it was like an RTS, to be able to take a certain shot. If somebody's behind cover, negates the cover. If somebody's behind armor, negates the armor. So, probably very loud rounds being fired off for anybody that doesn't have several layers of walls protecting them from that firing range.
I'm surprised that'd be a lot quieter.
Funny you say that.
Okay. I will say that it is within your means, but I will come up with the price later because I know I wrote it down somewhere, but now I can't find it.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, I know you asked me what I had remaining after
Yeah.
the club. I don't remember specifics.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say that Cyberus, most of your stuff is like going and then talking to somebody for an hour or so, working out the commissions for exactly what you want, and then a bit of waiting. So you would have time during this like 3 days of downtime while you're getting all your goodies to visit the library if you so choose.
I'll go if I need to get Demona some stuff, but I'm happy to take a few days of rest and relaxation among my other tasks.
R&R from R&D.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'll say, rewind a little bit. That night, Passion and Passion and Onyx, Beryl takes you to a sort of like hole in the wall biker bar. And they order like nachos and then pretty much any kind of appetizer you can imagine on the menu. It's very greasy, tons of booze, very loud and chaotic, and kind of fun though.
Internal note: Tomo would love this place.
Oh, she absolutely would.
Hey, screw
So
you. I
much.
like fancy places too.
Tomo, I said Tomo.
I know, but you said not me first.
This isn't a fancy place.
Is that what?
No, it's a shithole, pretty much.
Oh fuck.
It's a
I
biker
hear
bar.
Oh yeah, biker.
See, Passion's thing holds Demona to a higher standard than that.
I'm sorry. I heard something completely
That's
different.
fair.
I don't know why. I apologize.
You're fine.
Like I said, I think I'm funnier than I actually am, but
No, you're fine.
I should have.
Nah, you're fine. It's great.
So Barrow's sort of like leaning back, and they're like, "So, I assume that you're probably going after more of those assholes like that anarchist dude, right?"
Yep. That's the plan. That's why we were here, actually.
That old guy was definitely not one of them, right?
No, he's not.
Okay, that was weird. Honestly, I'd be kind of scared if somebody that old was on there, because, like, all that experience.
Passion will say the person we were actually here to talk to is way more experienced than him.
Great. Fantastic.
Did you-
I'm
Passion
not
will
going to
kind
be here when you...
Passion kind
run
of looks
into
at them. Did you look at the any of the dossiers for them?
I looked at some of them. It was like...
Did you look at the
Tyrant.
Terminator? The Terminator.
The-
Was that his name, Cat? Right? That was his name?
His name is actually the Predator.
The Predator. Predator, then.
He's like, yeah, I remember that one.
That's who we're here to talk to.
Oh. Cool.
Passion is
Next time,
Passion is
maybe
probably
lead with that. I probably would have parked like 3 hills over.
We've met him before. He's not actually. He doesn't seem to be actively trying to kill us.
But his name is on the dossier.
So was the last person I talked to, and they didn't kill me.
How often do you make a habit of meeting with very dangerous individuals that are trying to overthrow the world?
Passion makes a show of going. I don't remember quite a bit.
You're shitting me.
That's
That's not funny.
Passion's like, I've met the Shadow Henshin in person. I've met the Predator, Proselytizer. I've seen what the Tyrant looks like in a memory. I've met some of the Lords and Ladies of Del Diablo. I met the Anarchist in person when I fought him. I can go on.
Wait a minute. You saw the Tyrant in a memory? Whose memory?
Ranger Primes.
Oh, shit. Did you see the moment the Tyrant killed him?
She kind of pauses for a minute. The Tyrant didn't directly kill him. He managed to escape the Tyrant. But he died afterwards due to the wounds from the fight. Passion is not going to say anything about Lyra, as much as she really wants to.
And you're gonna fight that guy. The guy that
Yes.
took out Ranger Prime.
Yes.
The guy with all the powers of all the Henshin combined. Cool, got it. Alright. So
I never said I was
I'll
smart.
attend your funeral.
Don't worry.
Saying.
Yeah. Passion just kind of looks and shrugs. Well, what else can I do? Can't let him get away with what he's doing.
I mean, yeah, it just seems like kind of a lot to take on without the entire command behind your back. You're kind of a loner out there. It's just basically you and Riptide and oh wait, no, what's she going by now? Phantom Rider or something like that? I don't know.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and the seasonal girls, is it? Right? The little baby
they're
ones?
in Del Diablo. I don't want them involved in this. That's the last thing I want to do is ruin their chances at life.
Yeah, they're kind of babies.
They're so small.
Yeah. I did a little bit of training with them before they actually were assigned to Del Diablo. They're kind of adorable.
They are really adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my group. We're gonna fight. Take the fight to them. And, well, Passion kind of pauses. I like our chances. My group might not be the most normal or sane or...
I mean, none of us are.
But they're strong, and I trust them. And while the Ranger Prime had all the powers of the Henshin, he did it alone. He didn't have other people there to watch his back. That's what's going to give us the edge over him.
Don't mean to tread on toes, but just saying I kind of see a parallel in going to talk to the super dangerous guys on the hit list alone.
That's because my group, she kind of, these two I know aren't going to try and hurt us actively. They've helped us.
Okay, just saying.
And I trust them. I don't trust them not to start a fight. That's why I left her with you.
Okay, that's fair. I could see that.
I trust my group. Doesn't mean I don't know how to. I don't know what not to trust them with.
I imagine at this point, Onyx is probably getting refills.
Probably.
Several pitchers of beer.
Several.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barrel can pack it away. I'm like, well, I don't know about fighting the Tyrant or whatever the fuck that guy is, but if you guys ever need a ride and I'm in town, I can give you my recaster code.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Either way, just to kind of, she kind of paused. I know things are getting weird in Rad Amy too, so.
Yeah, I usually don't stay in town that often, but it's a lot. Things are getting chaotic. Apparently there was, I don't know if you heard of Bark Lee, but his game was like there was a Psyblade attack or something like that during the middle of the game.
Yeah, I heard about that from I know Barkley, so.
Cool.
Was that him rolling to see if he started freaking out, Kat?
That was me rolling to see how big a fan he is. He doesn't really care. Scott, your face. And I'll say you guys finish your meal, and he actually is going to take you to a area in Argos that so Argos is a city that's built around the skeleton
the Tarrasque.
of the Tarrasque.
The thing that the place that is it Gruk and Cyberus, and the place where Passion full on threatened to murder Cyberus and Gruk if they tried touching with this thing.
Yeah. Far up at the one end, near where one of the like really massive horns are, is this wooden sort of tower that kind of curls all the way around. And he's like in here. It's a sort of friend, former teammate. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it's complicated. But she's in a teleportation circle, so there's that.
It always pays to have friends for stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And he sort of like knocks on the door, awkwardly waiting. Okay, they're not home. We'll find someplace else. And as soon as he says that, the door opens. There's a half-elf woman there with like long blonde hair in sort of like pink, almost like a wizard robe, but kind of subdued, not super like ostentatious for wizard robes. She just, Beryl, hello. He's like, oh, hey, just dropping by. Henshin, buddy, needed the teleportation circle, and I'm gonna go. And she says, no, we need to talk.
Passion immediately recognizes that tone. Passion knows that tone. Very recently.
Oh,
Kat, by the way, how much was dinner? Just so.
Oh,
Passion said she'd pay for it, so.
it was a lot of booze, but it's probably only like 10 gold.
All right.
She looks to you and I'm Amaranth.
Passion.
You're here for the teleportation circle, I guess, yeah?
Yes. He
Yeah,
told
come
us
on in.
you had one.
And she leads you up, and it's this strange mix of sort of industrial, as all of these wooden supports are drilled into the horn of this beast, but it's also very open and airy. And there are like throw couches thrown around, a bunch of beanbag sort of things. And as you continue up, and it's mostly just an entire ramp that goes all the way up, you pass a small library. And at the very top, it sort of actually levels out, and you can see what you hadn't seen from the ground floor is that the top of that horn is completely flat. And it's at the top of the horn where that teleportation circle is. She says, is this all you need, or? I mean, I'm always able to help a Henshin in need.
Passion's like, for now, this is all I need, but she kind of, if we need to contact you, probably a good way to give you the number, just in case.
Oh yeah, I can give you I have a phone.
Perfect. If Passion will
Phone number.
pull out her phone and trade phone numbers.
And Beryl is just sort of like doing this in the background. I mean, I could go with you, like, guys, like, if you need any help.
Passion, like, you probably don't want to go to Del Diablo, do you?
Just sort of looks over at Amaranth.
Passion
It's debatable.
starts laughing at that, actually.
And as you guys are laughing, I'll say you get the teleportation circle activates, and I'll say you guys probably know the code for. Did Demona have time to set one up in her club yet? If not, I'll say you probably know the one for
Rocky.
the one in Rocky's club now.
The circles take a year, so I don't think we have one yet.
That
Do
would
they
make
take a year
sense.
to set up?
You have to do it every day for a year.
I mean, but you would still have it set up for
I
that
don't think
year.
you could go. I don't
Well,
think
yeah,
you can
but
go
to
to it.
create-
You can go out of it
But
when you cast
it-
it. But you can't go
no.
to it unless.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to go to it. It wouldn't, because it's not
okay.
permanent.
Yeah, you
okay,
create a
then
permanent
definitely
one.
use Rockies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I feel that's a perfect way to go, considering that we started there and now we're going to end there.
Yeah.
I mean, we go there anyways, so.
And
Passion probably before they leave would have sent to everyone a group message saying, let's meet at Rocky's. He has a job for us. Before going through the circle. Just because, you know, he has a job for us, and
Did Rocky
she's
say
there.
what the job was?
No, he did not say what the job was yet.
Okay.
Gruk,
He just said he needed us.
Gruk sends cool beans, and he sends a bean emoji.
Is it like I is good bean
He's
emoji?
learning.
He can see now. That's why it's changed.
Adorable.
He can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He casts control weather.
So yeah, I'll say it's probably only no, I'll say that this is probably getting towards like the end of the second day for you guys. So I'll say you guys probably rest and then no, I'll say you guys can meet up there before the evening, but it's getting towards the evening when you send that group text.
Yeah.
Are Gruk, Cyberus, and Demona going to meet them there?
I apologize profusely. I had to step away because my allergies are beginning to completely kick my ass. I missed the last 5 minutes.
You're fine. Passion and Onyx are back in Del Diablo. They teleported in via Rocky's teleportation circle in the what was priorly the Gentleman's Club. And Passion texted everybody to meet at Rocky's because he had a job for you guys.
Yeah, Gruk gets there eventually.
If I'm done with my work, then yeah, definitely.
It's probably going to take a couple of days. It's for a hot. What level spell was it?
That's what I meant for like today's work.
Oh yeah. I'll say that you can finish that day's work. You probably started pretty early on it.
Yeah, Cyberus would go too, but only if there's not an expectation of a lot of work to be done while there. If it's just a meeting, that's fine.
So you guys make your way in various different ways to Rocky's. And when you guys come in, it's it looks very much the same as you remember, except the like VIP section where the gentleman had been is a lot more like smoky and a lot more crowded. And when you sort of like peer in, you can see Rocky sitting on the couch that is piled high with pillows to make him a little bit taller, smoking a cigar and chatting with some of the other people in the room. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Hey. So, I heard y'all came into some money recently. How's that going?
Already spent.
Oof. I mean, yeah, it happens to the best of us.
So, Passion, what was this thing you talked about?
Rocky said he had a job for us.
Sorry, I was reading a DM.
But you're the DM.
It's like, oh, PM, private message.
I know.
Looks down at her hand at the cheat sheet notes that she's written there in ink.
They would not fit on my hand. I have like 20 tabs open right now.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Cool, so Onyx falls.
No, that was our Star Wars game that we were in briefly.
We're not playing Tomb Horrors. Please tell me he's not telling us to go to Tomb Horrors.
He's like, yeah, okay, so, I know that it's not exactly everybody's strong suit, but Susan and some of the others were chatting with some of the amongst each other and then also consulted me, and there was talk about maybe having you guys act as a little bit of a liaison with the outside world, some. Considering, even with the fancy announcement that I saw, by the way, kudos for telling the anarchist to go fuck off on national television, I guess. I guess that was all over the
international
international
television. It got to. It did get to Del Diablo. It's a different nation.
Yeah, like 4 days later.
Intersectional
that's
television.
That's not. And I know it definitely went to other places.
Either way.
Just standard transmission delay, considering the distance. It's normal. It's like, when you send a message to Mars or something like that. It takes a while.
What's Mars?
On the same planet. Anyway. Yeah, so even... That's good, interhedronal. I like it. He's like, yeah, so apparently a lot of nations aren't really backing down, even though some of the power players have been trying to convince them to do so. So they were thinking that maybe a friendly face might help. And considering you guys publicly killed the guy that did the burner event, they figured you might be a good
I'm sorry, I still would want murderers to be their peacekeepers.
Thing is, you murdered somebody that murdered a lot more people. Most people see it as justified rather than a murder.
And we didn't technically murder him.
Also, yeah, you didn't kill him.
You guys did.
I mean, I don't know who did it. They took him away and were questioning him, and then later just announced he was dead. Who knows if... He seems like the kind of guy that probably would have had, like, a, what is it? The pill that you put in your teeth that'll poison you? Like a purple worm pill?
Cyanide.
Fluoride. I'm gonna kill myself. Damn it, my teeth are not nice.
You can actually kill yourself on fluoride, but it takes a shit
Kill
ton of
yourself
fluoride.
with anything.
Like every single tooth has a fluoride caplet in it, so they
You're
have to
welcome
find
for
out.
that one. I'm
your
wondering how
teeth are
long
made
it'll
of
take for
chalk
someone to
gums.
realize I said fluoride, not cyanide.
Yeah, that honestly took me a second because I was trying to get out the cyanide pill, but then it was like, wait, did somebody say? So yeah.
Yes.
So diplomats?
I just imagine the killer. It's like, yeah, no, I gave him the fluoride. He's going to be dead by now. It's like, you gave him fluoride?
Nailed
Shit, I
it.
should have paid better attention when I bought the poison.
Maybe if you
I
give
have
like 5
really bad
pounds of it.
handwriting. That doctor had really shit handwriting. I thought that said cyanide, not fluoride. I'm curious about something.
It's in apple seeds.
I just had a really dark thought. One person gets a fluoride pill, the other one gets a dentist specified toothpaste, and then goes to brush their teeth and fuds on the floor. I guess I just thought that was the funny one. I'll shut up now.
That's funny.
No, you're fine. He's like, the place that they were thinking was, so honestly, they suggested 2 places, and I figured the ones that they suggested Neo Avalon, which is the hoity-toity place with all the knighthoods. And then they mentioned Los Angeles, and I figured you guys might be a little bit more keen on the second one, but it's up to you guys.
Well, we have to go to the other one eventually, I assume.
I've heard West
Yeah.
Philadelphia has a really nice prints.
Is either one near Giant's Peak?
I think so, yeah.
So actually both of them border Giant's Peak, so it's almost like all these things are connected.
Wait, the
Okay.
Prince of West Philadelphia is in Los Angeles, right? He is now, but
He
he
sure
was
is.
he was in Bel Air before.
My thing is this mirrored to you guys?
I can see it.
No.
Okay.
Looks like a
So
9.
that's Del Diablo. Neo Avalon, Giants Peak, Los Angeles.
Oh,
So they're on
You guys
completely different planes.
Literally share a border with all three of them.
Mm-hmm. Onyx literally walked from Giant's Peak to Del Diablo.
How many
Yeah.
months did that take?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
She did take a while.
Also, Giants Peak is pretty much entirely mountainous, so it's kind of a long hike.
So you're saying it was a
So how
pretty
many
rocky
years?
trip.
And she's used to there. Like she was
It
born
wasn't
there.
years, it was
so-
months.
I would walk 5
A
good
quick question for you, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
If it's that mountainous, how hard would it be to get, I don't know, say a quadcopter flying in, delivering
Well,
people?
It runs on gas. It would need to stop for gas.
I mean, so
What a
like,
solar-powered
Or
copter.
magic fluids or whatever it would be.
it is mountainous. The entire region isn't completely uninhabitable. It just means that it's a ton of mountains. It would be kind of hard to traverse on foot. There are plenty of places for helicopters to land, and there is several small by Retroverse standards. There are very large cities in there too.
I was just going to offer to, like Halo drop everybody.
I mean,
Could do that too,
you could-
yeah.
if we need to, but I
Or do
feel
you-
like Halo dropping might send the wrong impression rather than just
Long
using a
impression
teleport.
for who?
If Acquisition
people we are
Incorporated didn't already have the licensing for it, we could have like the Featherfall backpacks. And that's what they do. They have flying ships and they just fall in.
But yeah, probably send the wrong thing if we're meant to be delegates of peace.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely a Halo jump. Definitely is more act of wartime thing
Nah,
to do.
it's just convenient.
Well, if we're official, they can just send us on a private jet or something, right?
Or just magic circle us there.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
do have
whatever.
a teleportation circle. They could just give me the freaking coordinates.
Yeah, in one of
Yeah.
those diplomat buildings.
Yeah, but I think which one?
Whatever it's
I think
called.
Los Angeles sounds like the good place to start.
For what it's worth, you got to give me a couple of days. I can't just send you into
Well, yeah, of
a
course.
politician's living
Well, yeah,
room unannounced.
I'd also need to
If you give
prepare.
me 2 days, I can get everybody there.
What's our compensation and what are our responsibilities?
Exactly.
So, compensation, let's see. There are
Benefits.
5 of you.
20
Six of
bitcoins.
us.
Take it on team.
Mm,
6 of us.
I was joking.
well,
I'm
6. Yeah, it's 6 if Tomo can make it. What was that?
I joked. I was like 20 bitcoins. Take it or leave it. That's a lot.
I
of
mean,
money.
that's a good amount of money.
Yeah, that's some mad money.
I literally just today saw a news report of a person in Hera's hometown getting arrested for having like $60 billion worth dollars of a Bitcoin.
Wait, that was in Hera's hometown?
Yes, that was in Hera's hometown.
Oh, that's
Or
nuts.
Hera's hometown in quotes, I should say, because it's not.
It's
her
where I
actual-
live. It's
but
not.
it's where-
It's not my hometown.
Oh no, is it where you live? Yeah, that's right.
It's
you
where I
in-
live, but
yeah,
it's not my
currently.
hometown. It's
Currently,
not
where
my-
Hera lives, that's where where the person is from. Yeah.
He's like, so I'm aware money doesn't mean a ton to y'all right now.
Actually, it does.
Oh, well, in that case, 2,000 gold each.
I'm assuming that's including also any expenses. we
Oh,
incur
yeah,
there.
transport, obviously, and everything.
Hey, Demona, is that good?
Sounds good enough.
Is that monthly or bi-weekly?
I'm assuming it's not going to take that long to
I
get.
think
No,
it's a
it's-
one-time payment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is this not like a permanent post?
No, this is just
This is to prevent
calm
them from
things
killing
down
us.
to prevent a war.
Oh, I think I missed one key part of this.
He's like, no offense, I don't really think that this is the best suited for y'all. You're mostly going because the world has seen you, and you
'Cause I'm
are
famous.
not natives. Most of you are not natives of Del Diablo, so tend to have a little bit higher trust threshold outside.
I mean, I'm not even corrupted, so.
Nobody's perfect.
I can fix that.
No, you can't.
That's very weird.
We'll get her to smoke weed and drink in the morning. That'll be corrupting.
I already
actually,
do
that just mellows you out.
Drugs are bad.
So, I'll
Only if you
say
get caught.
2K each, and I will see you guys here in 3 days.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. And
And
Which one did we decide we're going to?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
It was the one that Passion said we should go to, and
So
then
we
no
got-
one disagreed.
So we got 3 days, right?
3 days of fucking around.
Okay.
Hey,
Gruk will cast Upside Down.
um,
And
just
then
out
he'll
of
cast
curiosity-
Plane Shift for Los Angeles.
Scotty, give
hang on a
give
sec.
one
What's
more.
up?
Just out of curiosity, would this location be anywhere close to any type of craters in the Los Angeles area?
The area where he'd be sending you is probably like the very center of the mega city.
Okay.
So probably not super close, but you know it's only a couple of hours drive away from the center of the mega city.
Gotcha. Okay.
So during those like 3 days or so, is there anything else that you guys would like to do? I believe I need one or two more rolls from you, Cyberus.
Oh, okay.
It was one each day, right? Was it?
Well, it just said some of the procedures would require rolls.
Okay, yeah, I'll say one each day then.
Okay. 29
Yeah, alright.
and 20.
Yeah. Do I want to know what your actual dice was on that last one?
Well, I got a +9 with advantage on these.
Yeah. De-Fraggers, man.
Yeah.
Don't you mean Warnari?
They're the same
Fight me,
thing.
Saege.
I've heard it both ways.
Some say Winari, some say De-Fragger. They're both the same thing. It's like caramel and caramel.
Oh, potato. Okay.
Exactly.
Waffles and other waffles.
Scowls and Disc.
A gravestone and disc soon enough.
Mm.
But yeah, Passion is going to go find some nicer clothes because if she's going to be a representative, she's got to look good.
Makes sense.
Gruk casts Upside Down. Then he casts Plane Shift
From
to
where?
where I'm standing. And then I immediately after I do
The
that,
club?
I cast Plane Shift to Los Angeles. Because I'm going back to the material plane, but it's to Los Angeles.
So, like, 3 days earlier, or is this skipping forward?
No, there's like immediately after the conversation.
Okay. All right. So you're going to Los Angeles alone. Okay.
Then I
You
plant
are
a tree, and I cast plant growth on it. And then I wait a day, and I go back home.
You don't even need to do this. He already said he'd bring us there.
One, an escape plan never hurts.
Yes.
I mean,
Two,
true.
Scotty, Gruk may want to apply for a scout position in the guild because that is freaking amazing.
I spend most of the day
I
as a
want to
bird.
be mad, but that's actually kind of genius.
Yes, it is
Like-
really smart. We have so many escapes now. We have that one, and we also have just one to take us back to home.
It's almost as smart as when you need to get across a continent, and you can't see the other side. So you cast Teleport to go up, as far as you can see, and you cast Teleport to the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't Oblivion.
I'm
Okay,
referencing
but we used
Cat,
fly for it. We didn't use.
because they were like,
That's how we skipped
because I'm like,
all of the
it's
travel.
seriously 200 miles north. You cannot see where you need to teleport, and you've never been there before. And they're like, oh,
And we're
well,
like,
to make sure we have it
we can-
accurate, we're going to fly up as high as we can, look at the horizon,
have
teleport,
fly.
and then just keep doing that until we're there.
Hey, if it
We
works, it works.
completely, we like hopscotched across the entirety that was the Chultan jungle.
Which is fine, because it was
Hey.
the Shadowfell version, so it was just like bleak
Yeah.
desert.
Oh fuck that!
Yeah.
Oh no, the
I
Shadowfell
didn't want to
fucking
roll
sucked.
random encounters. That was going to be boring as hell. But anyway,
Random encounters in the jungles of Chult sign me the fuck up. They were hilarious.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're fun. If you have to speak with animals, you can get through most of them without doing
At the level we were at, they were kind of fun.
Okay, yeah, the goblins were fun.
Yeah. A goblin village yeeted itself. Yes, that's an actual thing that happened. Anyway.
Cat.
Like that
So
baby
Passion
machine.
bought herself a 50 gold pieces outfit.
Cool.
Is it a lot?
What's it look like?
I have no clue yet. I have to go looking through
Okay.
some stuff.
It's fleek.
It's definitely on fleek.
The only
Cyberus is going
Does
to
it
look up
drip?
Los Angeles and
Does
see
it
what
drip?
it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I don't know anything about anywhere I haven't been, really.
So if this is supposed to be official,
Mhm.
then Demona would have to get a dress type,
Or a
a
suit.
military dress type jacket, and effectively, just because it's her style, not even actually wear it, but do the whole draping and across the shoulders as a
Oh
cape,
my god.
but with the Demon Dogs logo and
Nice.
emblazoned, or not emblazoned, but the stylized ranking on the shoulders and everything.
Nice.
While Gruk's in Los Angeles, since he's going to be stuck there for a day, might as well figure out what the place is like, what the environment is like. So when he's wild shaped as a raven pigeon, he's gonna fly around in that, and he's gonna like dig through the trash, see what people eat, and just see how like the life is like there.
Nice. Okay. So, I'm just gonna read you what we have on the
If there's
city guide.
if there's a special ballpark hot dogs that they got there, I'm gonna steal one and bring it back.
Okay. So Los Angeles is kind of known as the home of vagabonds, riffraff, outcasts, travelers,
Street rats?
and
Scandals.
rumors and legends sort of go that anything that's missing or lost ends up here. The Lost Library in the mega city of Los Angeles is said to contain every secret ever forgotten, as well as all the lost socks in the world.
Socks?
Yes, like you'd lose one in the dryer.
What are those?
Fucking barbarian frog man.
It's a human
Druid.
thing. Who cares?
I'm sorry.
Why would
I'm
I
just
cover up my
imagining-
feet? You can't feel
I'm
the
just
butt in
imagining
between your
frog.
toes.
I'm just imagining Trog Gruk in like socks and sandals.
Crocs and sandals, or socks. Crocs and socks.
It'd be Crocs and sandals.
Crocs?
Crocs and sandals.
Cyrus,
called Trogs in this
you would
universe.
learn
They're
a little bit
Trogs.
more about this
They're Trogs.
since Gruk is currently a raven, and ravens don't typically care about get a good idea of what the politics look
I'm-
like.
I'm a raven pigeon, so I'm a gothic trash bird.
Raven pigeon. Oh, the
You know where all the
worst.
statues are.
He knows how to hit a politician with a shit from a mile above, but that's about all he'll know about
But if there's a
politics.
freshly washed car anywhere, he has disadvantage on those rules.
And if it's
True.
humanoid, I don't, because politician and humanoid are two different creature types.
Yes.
So Cyberus, you know that they have a very small scale local government, and a democratically elected president. But that their politicians are typically their politics are a little volatile, especially in that impeachment typically involves the capture and decapitation.
Angeles that you're ever gonna see.
Stop it! I don't need to relive a nightmare.
I
Their
was thinking more of the
impeachment
House of
process
Lords. Is everyone
usually
shouting
involves the capture
I am the
and
best
decapitation
Cambion in
of
all
that
of
elected
Los
official.
Angeles.
Nice. I like this politics thing already.
You know that tons of movies are filmed here in the surrounding areas due to how lax the taxes are here, and that gambling is a very major pastime in this area. the I'll say that Gruk, you actually notice this. Instead of seeing like police walking around, you're seeing groups that kind of remind you of Demona's outfit. It's like clusters of individuals that usually walk in like 2 or 3 at a time, all wearing uniforms with logos on them that are sort of sectioned out depending on where they are. And then Cyberus, you would understand that this is because the city hires mercenaries to protect the city in times of war, which you kind of feel like they might be at the moment.
Well, we can poach them.
For funsies, I'm gonna find a random coin on the ground, pick it up with my beak, and try to use it in a slot machine and see what happens.
Okay.
Because most casinos, it's like wide open, so.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely are. It's also, it's hot as shit here because this area is sort of wasteland. So I'll say actually, the tree that you planted, if you hadn't cast plant growth, it probably would have died. Especially because it's not exactly native.
Someone's just like, where the hell did this tree come from? It's in the middle of the street.
You do not get anything from your coin. You put it in and like land on the lever and then just sort of have to like hop on it a couple of times to push it down because you're a crow. You don't have a ton of weight behind you.
But I'm also pigeon, so I'm a little tubs.
And then it spins and you get, it doesn't match. You don't get anything from it.
Loser.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
Somebody just like looks over at you. There's like a Wonari sitting there in like cargo shorts and a t-shirt.
De-Fragger be in there.
When they notice me, I fly away.
Oh. Alright, okay.
Rock on, little dude.
Yeah, he's just the dude. The dude would be a Wonari. Yeah.
I don't think the dude would be a De-Fragger though. Probably a druid.
So not a Wonari then.
Yeah, it can't be.
I don't think he'd be a class at all. He has no class.
He is his own class.
Cat's face right now is just, I want to commit a murder.
No. She wants to commit several murders.
A few, yeah.
I know. I mean, I actively try to encourage it, so.
While I'm here, you don't need to give me these names, but would I get some names of some of these mercenary groups? Because I'm Demona would be
Yeah, I'll say that you can remember them when you I'll give them to you when you get back.
Okay.
So like next time probably.
Yep.
Demon cats.
Better not be the demon cats. They're now our rivals.
Hera the Hellcats.
I was gonna
Demon sharks,
ask
demon
where
jets.
you sleep for the night, but like for most of that, you can just sleep in animal form.
Wait, let me think. So, animal form, it's half your druid level, right?
Yeah,
How many
so
hours?
you're like 6 or 7 hours in animal form now, right?
I just imagine him.
It would still be 10 hours of
melding
the
with-
day where I would not be in animal form. So I like to think I would just sleep with the rest of the homeless people in the park.
Okay, yeah.
I was
There
thinking
are-
along
Tree?
the lines you would meld with stone with one of the famous statues in the middle of the city.
Oh, that's much better. I do that.
You're welcome.
I do it in my weird ritual way too, so I don't use a spell slot. So everyone sees me dance all
Okay.
weird, and all of a sudden,
Just so you had those extra 12 spell slots in case you need them.
I'll say that you do. You
I
were
use like all
you
my high
walked,
level ones. So
you like walked over to the camp where there's like Los Angeles is not the most upscale of places. Even the places of like where what you're assuming are like the like city capitol building
Mhm.
don't look super ostentatious compared
So-
to what you've seen in like
so it's
Heaven's Towers.
so it's downtown Boston, but the entire city's downtown Boston.
Yes.
Man, what a shithole.
Wow, this place is slightly higher class than home.
Do they have a problem with vampires there?
I don't know.
No,
they
that's
might be in a
Chicago.
masquerade.
And you won't know there are any.
Exactly.
I just heard rumors.
I don't know. That one lady with the cape, she looks way too much like a vampire. She can't be a vampire. It'd be way too obvious.
But as you're like doing your weird ritual dance, there's like a homeless guy just sitting there watching you with a bottle of booze. And you don't see it, but as soon as you melt into the thing, he just puts it down.
Well, I can still sense things while I'm in stone.
He just like looks around curiously and pushes it away a little further and then leans down to go to sleep.
The only sense I don't have right now is sense or sight, but I have blind sense, so I still know if he does anything.
It's even funnier because you heard and/or felt him put the bottle down on the ground. Yeah, that's way funnier.
If I had a hat on the ground, somebody might have gave me a few copper.
Possibly, yeah. Probably wouldn't be there when you got back, but. And then did any of the rest of you guys want to do anything else while you were in Del Diablo before you were, Oh, well, I'll say we'll fast forward to the next day so that Gruk can get back using, transport via plants? Yeah.
If Passion's sleeping in her room, which he thinks she's usually never home, he just comes out of one of your cannabis plants that are overgrown in your room.
I got a cock's eyebrow.
Oh, go home. Hello. And I just
It's a
walk
really
out
good
of
thing
the room.
I'm not naked right now.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, he has no concept of nudity. Frog.
I mean, trogs are just kind of mostly naked all the time anyway.
Yeah, you had like a loincloth as a trog, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I will say that I believe Cyberus, now you're finished your final day of getting your new accoutrement. And if there's anything else the rest of you guys would like to do before you head out.
Not me.
No, not really.
I can't think of anything.
No, and Passion, like I said, Passion's going out earlier to get the clothes for that.
Yeah.
And then packing, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Spending a few days packing, of course. And I'll say.
How long...
Hmm?
I said we have no idea how long we're going to be there, do we?
Not really.
Cool. No reason to pack then.
It could be 15 minutes. You don't know.
Yeah, why be wrong? If you're going to be wrong, you might as well go all the way.
I
Don't think about it. Just move on.
So you guys were going there via transport via plants, right?
I figured we were getting there by I thought we were getting there by the what's it called?
You guys do know that you will have
teleportation circle, because that is linked with their system, which means they can be prepared for us to be there rather than us having to try and find our way around the city.
Gruk, how many layers of corruption do you have?
Sorry, I gotta unmute in two spots. 6?
Okay. I think you're fine then.
We get there.
That is the other
You were
thing
there
you guys.
yesterday.
That is the other the reason that you'll want to at least stop by Rocky's first, considering you are going to need charms to be careful that you don't start spreading corruption everywhere.
But why? It'd be a great gift. Of
That's
peace.
what I've been saying.
And that is how you start an international war.
We're there to stop a war. It'll bring us closer together.
That's definitely not going to bring anything closer together. That's going to bring
Mutual
this place closer
understanding?
together.
Don't bring us close together. Or further apart, I don't know. It
Empathy.
depends on what they get for their layer of corruption.
If you go far enough in one direction, you'll end up in the other.
It'll definitely bring things closer together, as in probably this place will be just, a complete dead zone after they're done with it. Let's not start a war.
Okay, well, go to
You
Rocky's,
two are
get the
banned
charm.
from talking as...
You can't ban me. I ban myself.
Go for it, then.
Rock's fine with not talking.
Gruk's like, oh, thank God I don't have to talk.
I have 11 charisma. You do all the talk.
Passion, I have a 20 in charisma.
So I will say, that we'll leave with you guys at
Rockies.
Yeah, I'll say we'll leave with you guys at Rockies, and he's like, so just so you know, there is gonna be one of the lords and ladies coming over because I wanted to chat with you before you guys go, just so you're not surprised, considering this is a political thing.
Of course.
And
Is
they
it Mr.
mentioned,
Spider?
I
Or whatever?
don't think it's gonna be Curious Sage. They're kind of big and also don't leave the Arachnid Library that often.
You do telepresence.
He's not that big on technology. Have you seen the computers in that place? They are ancient.
They really are.
They are like the old school, like
IBMs.
big box things. They would basically have dial-up if they could.
I picture they have. Oh my god! I picture them having the noise still for dial-up because they don't like the dead quiet as they're trying to search things.
Oh no, that library is noisy as shit.
That's what I'm saying. So they have the dial-up
moving.
noises.
That's the elevator music.
It's just. Oh my god! No. That would make sense why you guys jumped off then if it was the dial-up tones.
It'll grow on you.
No, it won't. I listened to dial-up tones for like 10 years of my life. I never grew on me.
And Rocky's like, they also mentioned something about inviting one of you to the ranks before you leave. So there's that. I don't know. Well,
To the
not
Lord and
their
Ladies ranks?
but like
Which
of
Lord and
the
Lady?
city.
Which lord or lady?
They didn't say who was coming. I talked to Susan, but she said that she wasn't sure if it would be her or one of the others.
Well, I guess we'll see.
But did they mention? I think they were implying that one of you guys are like upgrading into the hierarchy, like to boss or big boss.
Yep.
Probably.
Okay. Whatever. Don't share. It's fine.
It'll
Looks
be a
over at
quick
Demona.
My contact in the city is a mage called Kishnar. She's a Yuan-Ti. Has like a small little magic shop in the area.
All right.
And I'll say that we'll end there with you guys in the back room of Rocky's club, waiting on whichever lord and or lady will be making their presence to give you guys the charm and send you on your way, and possibly a mission debrief. And
The debrief is after.
That would be helpful.
well, the
brief.
A brief.
there we go. That's
The
the one.
briefing is
The brief
before.
us,
The
and then the debrief
debriefing
us.
is after.
Yeah. And invite one of you guys into the ranks of the hierarchy.
It's a
Yeah.
big mystery.
It's a huge mystery.
So mistress.
It's definitely Passion.
serious.
The person who absolutely just wants nothing to do with Del Diablo.
Ever's already
Literally,
got upgrade.
Definitely
The-
Gruk,
the
the man of
white
charisma
void.
that wants to be a leader.
I mean, you can have no charisma and be a leader. Look at Trump.
That's been proven.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you guys
Anyway.
hear that?
So, anyway, we will catch up there in 2 weeks. And as we are wrapping up, I'm gonna say, Hera, what do you have going on?
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. I was just I think we're
12:30.
playing this Sunday at 12:30 p.m. EST. My Mask game, and we didn't get to last week because 2 players were missing. But I think this week, hopefully, maybe 1 player will be missing or not. I don't know yet. And they're currently falling out of the sky with their date. So yeah, that's happening. Will be fun. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. My stomach's feeling a bit crumbly, so I'm. Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
Did
Heading
you
off.
eat a bunch of peanut M&Ms earlier? Because that's been my problem.
Luke, you got anything going on?
Yes, I actually streamed on Twitch once, and I'm probably going to do it again. So look at that, and there's a small chance you'll see that I'm live someday.
Yeah.
It's Greg's in
Yeah,
Nice.
go check that out.
some sort of game.
Some sort of game thing.
Maybe Dead Cells.
Is that
That's
the
what I've
name of the
been playing a
stream?
lot
Some type of game?
No, mostly right now it just says I'm testing it.
Everybody starts somewhere. Vex, what about you? What you got going on?
Well, aside from what Hera said, which you can find on my channel at Fraction Moon D&D. This week we had our stream for Saffron Academy, so in 2 weeks that game will be back, and you should definitely check that out. It's a blast. We make Aya very angry at us because we mess around a whole lot, and we had a very amazing episode last night where we fought a demon. We sealed a demon.
I don't know that it was a demon.
It was a demon.
Was it a demon?
It was a demon.
It was like a.
It was a
Something of
demon.
dark.
It was like a daemon. It was more like spiritual
Also-
than.
Also,
Oh god.
oh god,
Somebody wore this outfit.
Callie wore this
Mm-hmm.
because and we had some amazing costumes, including Elfman John.
I wore a T-Rex outfit, like the inflatable T-Rex.
And I dressed as Brendan Urie from I Write Sins, Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco. You know,
Yeah.
the top hat and the red coat. It's a blast. And you can catch those episodes on the VOD or when I upload them.
Yeah.
That's it.
So hello, I am Kat. I write things for not just this game, but I have so much lore for this game that I'm gonna eventually try to publish. But I have a couple of supplements on the DMs Guild. I co-wrote a racial supplement for Aarakocra and Kenku called Birds of Paradise with the awesome Florian from Poison Potion Press. It is on DMs Guild called Birds of Paradise. It's now an Electrum bestseller. I'm so excited. Somebody apparently printed it out to put on their physical shelf, which is fucking amazing and blew my mind a little bit. And I also have a magic item supplement called Crook and Wands, which was written I wrote with the awesome Maddie, who is on our channel, or well, Scotty's channel, fairly often. She is Time Patches. She is wonderful, and I love her and miss playing games with her. And also, since Kevin's not here to shout it out, I don't GM it, but I play in a Vampire 5th Edition game that is super fun and now has all of the episodes uploaded on our new YouTube channel called Crow and Chimera. And you should go check it out. It's really cool. And we're not dead yet, though we're in a lot of danger.
Most of us are going to be fine.
Yeah, Cozy might be fucked. Aya's character is a little fucked.
I mean, Aya has been looking to get cozy in some action, so.
I don't think that was quite the action she was intending.
I had to make the joke. You know I had to.
Yeah. But go check that out. Yeah. Scotty, what about you? Sorry, I waited directly until you put a chip in your mouth, didn't I?
No, you're fine. So, thank you for watching. We have a lot of games on this channel here. I wouldn't say it's my channel. I would say it's our channel because we're all got a lot of games going on here. Next game that will be on this channel will be tomorrow, Chaos Crew. That'll be at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I keep forgetting what we're doing in campaigns that I'm not the DM for. So something's going to be happening. Something chaotic.
I can tell you what's going on. I know what's going on in that game.
What's going on?
Oh
yeah, I fought an arm.
Chaos.
That's right.
Yeah, the Chaos crew just got into the Dwemercore Academy, where they were very quickly set upon by the Black Staff, was it? No, not what's the guy with a bunch of Manchun? His arm. Manchun's arm.
His missing left arm.
Yes, attacked them when they arrived. So we kicked the shit out of that. I helped after laughing at patients getting decked in the face by it. It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
So we got a tour of it, of the academy. Then we got called to a assembly where we were going to be the people. Everybody who is part of the group was going to be getting people who were getting an assignment to possibly join the academy. Before there was a pit. I think it was a pit demon, or it was a demon of some form in the
It better not be a pit. We're not prepared for that. Some kind of devil. Somebody accidentally summoned the devil. One of the students did. In
a classroom. So we were going to call for that, and then patients disappeared into something. We don't really know.
Dylan decided to let us get these crazy artifacts, but there is definitely some kind of ticking time bomb repercussion where we rolled a D100 every day, and I rolled 1.
And got sucked into the item. So. Also, patients might have met a family member, who my character may or may not be boinking.
That's
I'm also Dylan's. I'm also Dylan's parent in that game now, because I'm playing Yami's mom / dad / parent, because Oni and gender and characters that can shapeshift are strange.
Yeah,
my character is awesome.
Yep.
She is a buff-ass barbarian.
And then at 7 p.m. tomorrow as well, we're continuing our Ghost of Saltmarsh game, where the group's doing tower defense against a bunch of crazy zombie horde things. And they're running really low in supplies in terms of spells and stuff, so
yep.
We'll see how they do. And that's... Oh, also, I have a bunch of stuff on my Twitter profile page. I got a flow page there that has all my social media links. I don't know if I'm coming through because it looks like everybody froze on my end.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. But I have an account on Fiverr where I can do any kind of graphic design or illustration work. In fact, this entire game I've been working on something for a commission. So if you want to commission me for stuff, be very appreciated. But even better, you could commission my girlfriend, Cap Callie, on Twitter. CaptCallie. And she does great art, and she's really fast.
She is absurdly fast. It is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. So go check out all of that shit.
It's great.
And a shout out again to Sirenscape. I haven't heard it in a while. I don't know if
it's been very quiet in the background on my end. So.
Okay. But again, they're super cool. 22 every other month. We are using the Sirenscape beta player, which lets me play it for all of my players at the exact same time, which is super fun. And
very helpful.
Yeah, go check it out. They're cool as hell. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep being heroes. Oh, wait, wrong game.